because this is what I'm seeing. Everything was going slow and everything was in a freeze frame. Like, I kid you not, I was looking at myself in third person and I just turned back and I just go downstairs, and guess who's walking past? Guess who's walking past in that particular moment? The principal. The principal wants to be walking the minute that I go. A lot of you guys are subscribing to me, which reminds me, we are close to 2K. You guys can do it for me. I love you all. Oh, I did forget to say, yeah, I am actually sick. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I think I can hear it. I can definitely feel it in my nose. I actually recorded this video yesterday. I was like, I don't like how I look. So I completely I'm scrapping it, doing it again. So yeah, this story is going to be equally as funny because you're still hearing it for the first time. Me, I'm just recalling it. I can't remember why I titled it, but I said the next video will be the video that I made before. That'll be the next one, because by that time it'll be Vlogtober. It'll be, yeah. I don't think I'm going to be taking part in Vlogtober to where it's like a video every single day. I do not have time for that. I'll be so real with you. I've got college work and so much things to catch up on with my life, so I'll probably just try and do every single weekend for Vlogtober. Maybe for Vlogmas in December I can try and do as many as I can, because the girl's trying to get monetized. Oh, I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb. Anyways, yeah, to be real quick, really close to 2K, so help me do that up. When I get to 2K, there'll be, I don't know, something special. Just give me some ideas and I'll think of something to do for 2K. Oh my, these eyelashes. You know what I clocked about the eyelashes? That's what makes my eyes look so weird and lopsided, because one eye is actually bigger than the other. You probably can't see it now, but there is. I'm telling you that for a fact, there is. It makes it even worse. Like, it makes it worse because these eyelashes aren't long enough to cover my whole eye. Does that mean my eyes are big? Because why is that the average and it doesn't fit my eye? That doesn't make no sense. I don't get that. I'm just scared to go to a lash tech. I see so many scary stories and I'm not trying to go through with that. It's your girl Official Nays, and I'm back with another video for y'all today. We've got another story time, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail. If you have something to say about this story, because you know what it's about, judging by the title and stuff, like, have an opinion where it's like,
oh, well, I didn't know you did that. You kind of ruined it now. Yeah, I'm gonna unsubscribe.
shut up. Shut up. Because first things first, this is my life. If you don't like the story, you can go. I mean, as much as I want to get to 2K, I don't really mind if you don't like me. You can leave. I don't really care what anyone else has to say about me, because I find myself cringe. So nothing that you can say can affect me, okay? Just letting you know. Because I'll be watching videos literally just the other day and I'll be like, how do you guys watch me? Like, half of the time, stuff that I say don't even make sense. You guys seem to love me, so I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Also, my videos barely have any structure, so that's why they be going up, down. The story might start from the end and then end up to the beginning. Trust me, you'll get used to it. Oh, so if you are new to this channel, welcome. You'll love it here. Stay subscribed and tell me how you feel in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share to everyone you know. Let's get to 2K before October. Actually, if today's the 29th. Anyway, if you enjoyed the story, please leave a comment down below. Subscribe to me, but you're not following me on my social medias, and in the description it's very clear. There'll probably be something over there, probably gone by now, but yeah, all my social medias, all the same username, Official Nays, so you can't miss me. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I know you guys, listen, if you're on my Snap, you're exclusive, because my Snap story is all over the place, but it seems to entertain everyone, so don't miss out. That's all I'm gonna say. Damn, my hands are big. Anyways, God knows I'm always looking a mess in these videos. I don't even care. Alright, cool. So let's just get started, because I know this video is probably long. Cool, so I'm gonna give everyone like code names. My group, so my circle of friends, keep these code names in mind, because there's probably gonna be a lot. I don't even know if I'm gonna use all of them. My friend group was one girl I don't chat to, she don't need a name. The other girl was Rocks, so just keep Rocks in mind, and Marmalade comes in later. And then on the girls that joined us but not part of my actual circle, one's called Do-Rag, one is called Cookies, and the other one is called Mangoes. Cool. Thinking about it, this story actually happened 2 years ago, but thinking about it, it's actually so funny how it all happened. Like I said, friends, family, if you have anything to say about this video, I don't care. This is my channel and I will post what I want. Like, so the day before, Do-Rag had planned to bring the stuff, and we was all gonna meet in a park next to school early in the morning. Like, say if school started at 8:30, we had to be in school by 8:30. We said we was gonna meet at like what, 7:45, 8 o'clock kind of thing, because obviously for them lot, for Mango, Cookies and Do-Rag, they've done it before. Like, they're not pros or anything, they just done it like a few times before, so you know. Whereas with us, we hadn't. Me and the girl that I don't chat to did do it like a few days before, but we didn't get to the effect because it was anyways, that's too much details, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, we didn't get to the full effects because I wasn't even inhaling properly, and I'll say that with chest, I was not inhaling. I didn't know you had to double inhale. Like, yeah, we said, let's say 8 o'clock was when we were supposed to meet. I came maybe like 8:10, 8:15. Cookies and Mango were already in the park. I don't know what time they got there, but they were already there. The girl that I don't chat to, she meets with me while I'm trying to go into the park. She sees us, and then Rox comes too. And the thing is, we can't even get started because Durag has the stuff and she's the last one. So this girl, she ends up coming at like I said, if we had to be in school by 8:30, this girl comes at like 8:20. No joke. And the thing is, it was getting worse because the later it got, more people was on the road. It was a frosty morning as well. Like, not many people in that park. But the park was so close to school, it was so bait. This woman as well, she had a dog, and she kept kind of trying to talk to us. Like, she kind of knew we were supposed to be in school, but we was in the park. But that was also what we were trying to call Durag and say, like, hurry up, because you know, a woman is like getting suspicious. Cool. So Durag ends up coming, running in, right? And she's like, oh, I've got it. We were like, oh, for goodness sake, like, are we even still gonna do it? Because we ain't even got time. The park is open. Bear in mind, like, there's not an actual place to hide and do stuff. Like, there wasn't actually much of that. So we ended up just finding some corner, still open, so everyone can actually see us. And we're all just going around in a circle, just puff and pass. I think I did about 3, 4, 5 puffs. And I was like, coughing my lungs out, because remember, it's my first proper time. I was like, like, proper. I was like, next, like, that kind of thing. First timer. And Rox, or the girl that I don't talk to anymore, one of them finished it off, like, to the end for their first time as well. And the end is the most powerful bit, because it's the bit that's going straight, like, you know. Bear in mind, remember, this is my first time, yeah, and I'm doing it before school, and we're late as well. Because the woman, she kept going round the park with the dog. She was coming like towards us, so we was all like, oh God, let's go. We go into the middle of the park, the bang smack in the middle of the park, so everyone can see, and we're still doing it. Like, you can still see clouds. But then at the same time, it was a cold morning, so like, even your breath could make a cloud of dragon smoke. Mango tries to put eye drops in her eye, because she's saying to us like, oh, your eyes will get red, these eye drops will like prevent that, whatever, so we don't get clocked in school. So Mango is trying to put the eye drops in her eyes, and it's like, I'm looking at her, I'm like, she's not even doing anything, because she's trying to put it in, but she's so far away from her eye. She's trying to use her phone as like a mirror to put it in. I couldn't even help her, because it was starting to kick in, but it's like I forgot at the same time that it even just done that. It was when we saw the time, it was like, oh, like, we had like 3-4 minutes to get back into school. There's like a flat that there's a shortcut, otherwise you'd have to go around. So we said, oh, we'll go through the flat. Bear in mind, it's not 3-4 minutes until the gate closed. This 3-4 minutes is the gate closing, so we're rushing at this point and we're leaving the park. That's when it started to kick in. I'm leaving the park and it's like, we're running, and I'm like, something feels off. Like, I'm running, but I'm running in slow motion. Like, something feels weird. We're crossing this dangerous road because there's no traffic light. The traffic light is all the way down there. Just jump, because you have to cross and then stand in the middle and then cross again. Cars coming, we're just crossing so recklessly, and it's like, that's in my head. I was like, what is even going on? Like, I was getting confused, literally just confused. I just remember Rox in the back, the smallest girl there, just running behind her little legs and stuff. Just there, just jogging behind, and I just kept looking back, but like, I wasn't saying nothing because I was just getting confused, literally just confused. Got into the flat thing, walked through, and we got to the other side. We're not at school yet, we've got maybe a 2-minute walk, but we could just fast walk. It was that moment where we get out there, we start spraying ourselves, because obviously we don't want to get clocked, so we're spraying ourselves and whatever. Couple late comments are running past us, but we don't even care. We're just like, we need to make sure we smell good. And bear in mind, our jackets all were zipped up when we was in the park, so that the woman didn't see our uniform and stuff, but she probably knew. I don't even know, and I don't care. This is the moment where it really, really does hit me, because we're walking to school, like fast walking, right? And all I remember is grabbing Mango, and I'm just like, because this is what I'm seeing. Everything was going slow, and everything was in a freeze frame. Like, you know, I don't think I have the proper editing software to show you what happened to me, but it was like my hand would move, right, and it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, huh? And I kid you not, I was looking at myself in third person. It was like I was watching a movie. I saw me, and I saw Durag, I saw all of us walking to school, and I'm the camera here, and I'm looking at myself, literally seeing the back of my head and everything. This is when I was regretting it. I was like, like, because I've never felt this before. I was like, no, what's going on? When is this gonna end? Like, I'm just panicking now. That's when I grabbed Mango and I was like,
Mango, like you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Like
I was really bugging out. Everyone else was just quiet, just in their own head because it was affecting everyone. But I grabbed Mango and I'm just like,
you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Like, bro, I'm gonna pass out. Like, bro, like
I was just panicking. Cookie was like, I thought I was dying, literally. Mango's is just like, to me, like, just trying to calm me down. She's like, just calm down. We're all seeing the same thing. This is normal. It's just in your head. You know, it's your first time. So that kind of stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool. I can do this. Bear in mind, my heart was hammering in my chest. I was like, how the hell am I gonna go to school like this? How am I gonna keep going on about my day when I'm literally dying right now? Literally can't even understand what is going on. 1 + 1 = 4. And then we end up like running through the gate while the teachers are trying to shut the gate. But we're so late that lineups has already happened. So basically lineups is like, you come into school in the morning, you go through the gate, you go to where your year group is, you line up for form class, and then you go to form. And we already missed it. So we went into the toilets next to like where our lineup quad is, and we just started spraying ourselves even more. And oh, Mangoes is still trying to put the eye drops in her eye and stuff, and she just keeps missing. It was just actually, it was comical how much she kept missing it. They kept spraying, so I was like, bro, like, you guys, because obviously the hallway was starting to get clear because everyone was already going into lesson. So I was like, you guys need to stop, like, you're making it so bait, like, especially in that toilet opposite bare teachers' office and stuff, and like, we just came in late and stuff. Like, have some sense. Right, cool, I'm just gonna go. I was like, I'm gonna go see, hope you guys are good, let's just go. So I've walked now, and I kid you not, I've walked to the stairs, and I remember going halfway up the stairs, literally halfway up the stairs. And there's another story that I might put in, or I might make it another video. Halfway to the stairs, I was confused, and the thing is, I was hearing my brain. So I couldn't even make sense of anything. I promise you, it was like my brain was going like I kid you not, my brain was making like Mario coin noises. Like, it wasn't too loud, but it was noticeable. And I got to the halfway distance, and I remember just zoning out, and I'm like,
where am I going? Like, where's my class? What am I doing? What am I even doing here?
And I was just in my head. That's the thing with getting into that thing. You are in your head. It's like you're locked in. Like, you don't even know. Like, oh. Anyways, I come back downstairs. I don't know what reason. I just turn back and I just go downstairs. And guess who's walking past? Guess who's walking past in that particular moment? The principal. The principal wants to be walking the minute that I go down the stairs. I don't even know what I was doing. That's the thing. I don't know where I was going. I was just going down the stairs. I was like, maybe I'll just go back to the toilet with other girls and just try and calm myself down. I need Mango again, like, to reassure me. But I think they had gone by that point. So the principal now, he's like, you? Like, I was like, Jesus. I swear to you. I was like, he knows. He's gonna call my dad. I'm gonna get in trouble. That's it. Done. Callous. I'm finished. In my head as well, I was thinking, what do you mean you? Have manners. You can at least say, like, miss. But anyways, he's like, come here please. And then I'm, oh my days, this was the scariest moment of my life because I could barely see him. You know how I said that my voice, like, everything was all slow motion and freeze framey? I'm trying to walk towards him, and the thing is, I was already struggling when I was holding onto Mango. I couldn't walk because I was seeing myself further away, so it was like I couldn't even control my legs. Like, it was so weird. So I'm trying to walk with all my might, trying to walk towards him, can barely see him, just seeing shapes and stuff. And he's like, all right, stop, because I kept walking.
You done lost your damn mind.
I walked towards him and I kept getting closer and closer. How he did not clock, I don't understand, because I remember this. I actually remember that part, not saying a word. And then he's like, your tie is too short. So I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. I promise you, I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, Lord, because I don't know what I would have done if he noticed. I was like, all right, you know, you're just walking up, I'm like, all right, cool, sir, thank you. So I'm walking back and he's like, where you going? And I was like, God, what are you doing to me? I thought I had passed. I thought I had got the leeway. Clearly not. What do you mean? He's like, do it in front of me, like, do the tie in front of me. So I was like, gee, bro, it's like, I couldn't, I was so scared and I was so shaky and so out of it that I was like, I feel like he didn't notice that I was shaking so much, but I noticed. Like, I was so in my head, like, I ended up doing, he's just like, all right, cool, you can go. So I was like, okay, I made it off the hook. You know, he didn't notice, whatever. So I went into my head of year's office, and my head of year, love her to bits, and she didn't notice, I don't think. think. But like in there I was struggling as well, just trying to act cool. And I think that was the thrill of it, being in school trying to act cool, knowing full well you're going crazy. I've gone to the toilet now and I've seen like a couple of the cubicles are already closed, so could be girls, whatever, you know, you're bunking, you're not trying to go form. So now I've come into the cubicle, not to actually pee or nothing like that. I literally just wanted some time to myself, alright? So I went in there and I remember I was like, I'm hungry. The other girls, literally, I even forgot to say this, in the park, they tried to eat chewing gum. They were like, oh, it's spicy, it doesn't taste right. And I was like, what? But I didn't join in. I was like, I don't need no gum, I'm good. So I've gone into the store and I've tried to eat a Kit Kat. And all I remember tasting, and I've told other people this as well, is just red. All I could taste was red, literally just red. And I had no saliva in my mouth, so trying to chew and everything was not happening, so I'll just put it away. And that made me giggle a little bit. I'm like, why does this taste so weird? Like, you know, and because I'm giggling to myself out loud, I'm like, oh my gosh, if people are in the cubicles, they must think I'm off it, because why am I laughing to myself? And the thing is, you know, when you have thoughts in your head, you think your thoughts quietly, but in that kind of moment, it was like everything was so out loud, like everything was just loud. I was so locked into my head, like I would forget I'm here, do you know what I'm saying? I just kept saying stuff like in my head, just making thoughts, and I'd be like, oh, people think you're crazy for laughing, and that would make myself laugh even more. I go to my form now, I've left. I remember just putting my head down. My teacher is just, he's safe. I hated my form class though, because I spoke to no one there, maybe like one or two here and there. So the girl that I normally chat to, she wasn't there. So the girl back next to me, she don't need no name. I remember just putting my head down, she was like, you good? And I was like, yeah, cool. Say form finishes at like around 9 or so, I think that's when it actually finishes. I asked her, I was like, oh, what's the time? She was like, oh, 8:53. So I'm like, all right, cool. Put my head down on the desk again, because like everything was just moving. It was just too much. I just wanted to just sleep. I was just thinking, when is this gonna end? Like, I'm having all these thoughts, thinking like at least 5 minutes have gone past. I asked her again, what's the time? She's like, 8:53. And I was like, oh, trying to laugh it off. Put my head back down again, having all these thoughts, get back up, ask her the time. She's like, 8:53. And I was like, so you're telling me I asked you the time 3 times in the same minute? What? Like, and she was just like, are you good? I'm doing absolutely well. Like, all right, this is too much, let me get up. So I leave the class, my teacher's safe, he just lets me go, and I see Marmalade now. So Marmalade is in the hallways, and like I think we told her what we was gonna do the day before, but like I feel like she forgot. Like she was just like, what's up, whatever. And all I remember, she told me, this is what I did, that I was just like,
oh, are my eyes red? Are my eyes red? They're all giggly, all wavy.
and that's exactly how I felt. Yeah, so I'm speaking to Marmalade, and then Rox comes out too, and I'm just like, we're all kind of having a link up. Actually no, before Rox comes out, this boy that I literally do not speak to, like, yeah, I acknowledge he's in my year, but I do not have conversations with this guy. So awkward. I remember talking to him, for what reason? All he did was come out of class here, and Marmalade was even looking at me like, what are you doing? Like, since when do you talk to this guy? And I was like to him, do I look, like, trying to gesture to him, like, do I look off it? And he was like, yeah, you look, like, he looks so confused, because he's like, why is she talking to me? I don't know why I was talking to him. I remember Marmalade just laughing at me as well. So then Rox comes too, and then I'm like to Rox, like, how's it going? She was just like smiling too, in her own world as well. So Marmalade's looking at her, she's like, look at you, man, like, look at you, fam, like, just doing that. And I'm just like, oh, shut up. So bell rings, time to go to class. If you go to my school, you know how bad traffic is when it's time to go to class. When the bell rings, if you knew how many kids are in the hallways, you're literally sometimes just like this, especially in the morning. My form class was in A. My class was in D, so it's all the way on the other side of the school, and I kid you not, it just felt like everyone knew. It just looked like everyone was staring straight at me, especially because I'm tall as well, so like my head is above loads of other people. It just felt like everyone was looking at me, and everyone knew, and everyone was just like judging, basically. That's what it felt like. I promise you, just looked like wavy, everyone just staring straight at me. Like, I don't know if I was smiling, I don't know what my face was doing. I feel like I probably looked paranoid, like looking around myself, making myself look bait, I don't know. But I feel like I was smiling as well, because it was getting funny, because I'm thinking, I'm like, this is cool, like, you know, everyone just looking at me, like that kind of thing. I was just having that vibe. I end up going to class, and I meet up with the girl that I don't chat to no more, because she's in my class. And it's photography, and I hated photography, so this was the best moment to be off it. There was also another girl that we wasn't really on speaking terms, because we had like a fight or so, but then like we made up, but we haven't actually had a conversation ever since. She came in, I was expecting her to speak to me, but I remember just putting my bag on one of the tables and just staring, like literally like just staring. It was because everything was moving. It was like, what I could see was that everything was just getting smaller, and it like the tables and stuff, everything was turning into clay. Like, it felt like I was in a dollhouse, literally. All I remember is that I was staring for ages, just in my head. The girl that we wasn't on speaking terms or whatever, she was like, what are you looking at? I remember her literally like trying to look at my direction of where I was looking. She's like, what are you looking at? And I was like, oh, no, nothing. And I told her, you know, I'm gone. So she's like, oh, you know, fun or whatever. And then the girl that I no longer speak to, she just looked tired. So I felt so sorry for her because there was a moment where the teacher asked her to explain her work, and it's photography as well, so it's a lot of graphic and whatever. I felt so bad. She didn't know what she was saying, and she even ended up crying for no reason like 20 minutes later, looking at me saying like, oh, I'm scared. Do you know how funny that is? She was scared, she started laughing, and the things I couldn't do nothing because I was already going through it myself. Like, and then like the lady was, it was a TA, lady was just like, okay, just left. And I was just like, poor you. Like I said, how was that? She was like, bruv, it's not the time. Do you know what I'm saying? It comes to break time, I meet back up with Mango, and oh my days, Do-Rag. Jeez, I met up with Do-Rag, Mango, and Cookies. And them three, they were all like, oh, like, you man are still thingy, like, I'm good now, I'm good, da. And I was like, yeah, man, it's fine. Bear in mind, it was still a bit hazy. It wasn't as strong as before, but it was still hazy, do you know what I'm saying? And I ended up baiting out Do-Rag, and I said something like, oh, yeah, like, in the lunch hall where all kids are out, and I was like, yeah, your eyes do look puffy, you know? She's like, it's because I've been crying, like, signal to me, like, shut up, basically. It was, like, science after break, and all I remember is me and Rox, we was on the table. I just kept eating sweets, like, when I finally had saliva back in my mouth.
Hey, yo!
Pause. I was eating sweets. I remember the package just being open in my blazer pocket, and I just kept eating. The minute that the teacher would turn around, I just kept eating. And when it finished, I was so mad because they tasted so nice for some reason. Literally, in that moment, I was like, this is, it's never tasted like this before. And it ended up being my munchie snack every time that would happen. And Rox head on the table just kept sleeping, and I would also do it too, but it was too bait. So then the teacher kept saying like, bang 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 on the table, was like, girls, focus in class please, when did you guys sleep? Like, I'm just like, mind your business right now, like, I'm going for a crisis, can't even see you, you know. And like I said, it didn't actually wear off for the whole day. It literally, on the bus home, it was like, it was getting less and less and less, but on the bus home it was still a tiny bit there. And guess who was on my bus? My father, trying to have a conversation with me, and I just like, why? Suddenly everyone wants to talk to me today. Overall, it was the next day when I woke up and I was like, that was fun. Like, and to be honest, I might make another, like, kind of like a part 2 where it was like I've gone through some stories while being under the influence, so I might make a part 2 where it's like certain stories in there, and if you hear your name in the story, so just let me know. Get this video to 100 likes and 2k subscribers, and then I'll do the part 2. Just put in the comments if you actually want that video, because if not, I won't do it. Okay, cool. So yeah, that was basically the end of the story. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to get me to 2k. I'm gonna try to be consistent for Vlogtober, and the next video should be the video that I recorded months ago where I'm in my kitchen, but the video quality might be worse than this one because it was before I actually took off my screen protector. I took off my screen protector and I have seen a little bit of a change. Love you all, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.